Hi all. In our last class we had been discussing about removing temporary hardness from hard water. Okay. We have learned that temporary hardness can be removed either by boiling or by Clark's method. Now we are going to learn how to remove permanent hardness from hard water. Okay. Different methods are followed to remove the permanent hardness from water. Let us discuss a few of them. Okay. First one is by adding sodium carbonate, washing soda. By adding sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate can be used to remove the permanent hardness. Okay. What is permanent hardness? If hardness of water which cannot be simply removed by boiling is called permanent hardness. Okay. If water has permanent hardness which cannot be removed by simple boiling, then it can be called permanent hardness. Okay. So let us discuss how permanent hardness can be removed. First method is by adding sodium carbonate. Okay. Let's see what happens if hard water which consists of magnesium chloride or calcium chloride, when it is mixed with the sodium carbonate. Okay. Please understand, when sodium carbonate is mixed with the hard water which consists of magnesium chloride, a reaction takes place there. That is, double displacement reaction takes place there to form magnesium carbonate, MgCO3 plus NaCl. We know that NaCl is soluble in water, which can be separated by evaporation, and this one, magnesium carbonate, will be filtered off, or there will be magnesium carbonate precipitate will be formed there, and it can be filtered off. Okay. Magnesium carbonate will be formed in the form of precipitate, an insoluble substance which can be filtered off. If it was calcium chloride, the same process will take place. Na2CO3 will give CaCO3, calcium carbonate plus NaCl. Same process. Okay. Calcium carbonate precipitate will be formed, which can be filtered off. Have you understood? And if it was sulfate, MgSO4, it reacts with Na2CO3. Same double displacement process takes place there. MgCO3 plus Na2SO4. Both will be precipitated. Magnesium carbonate and sodium sulfate will be precipitated, which can be filtered off. Okay. So this is how we separate, we remove permanent hardness using sodium carbonate. Okay. Next method is known as Kalgan's method. Okay. The compound Na6P6O18 is commonly known as Kalgan. This compound is known as Kalgan. Okay. Compound is known as Kalgan. And when this substance is mixed with hard water which consists of calcium or magnesium ions, what happens? Let's see. This compound will be dissociated as in Na6P6O18 will be dissociated as 2 sodium ions will be removed from this compound. Okay. It will be dissociated as Na4P6O18, 2 minus. The compound will be dissociated like this, plus by leaving 2 Na plus ions. Okay. when this is mixed with water, it will be dissociated like this. And what happens, please understand, this ion, that is Na4P6O18 2 minus ion, will react with calcium or magnesium ions. Let's see, let's take magnesium ion Mg2 plus. Two of these sodium ions will be replaced by this magnesium ions. Then the compound formed will be Na2 Mg. Look at the charge, 2 plus, 2 positive charges required. That's why we have removed 2 Na plus ions. Then only it will become 2 Na plus ions are removed, okay, to balance this 2 positive charge. Okay, sodium has only 1 positive charge, that's why we have removed 2 Na plus ions from this to for this magnesium ion to combine with this compound. Okay, so Na2 Mg P6O18 2 minus, what is remaining there? What is remaining? 2 Na plus, right? Plus 2 Na plus. So this is a reaction takes place in Kalgan's method, Kalgan's process. Let's write one more example here. Let's discuss one more example. Let us discuss how calcium ion is removed from here. Na4P4O18 it will react with calcium 2 plus ions to form what product will be formed here? Na2Ca P4O18 2 minus plus plus 2 Na plus ions. So calcium or magnesium ions will get combined with this molecule, with this ion, okay, with this ion, and instead of calcium or magnesium ions, sodium ions will be removed, okay, and sodium ions will get combined with the chloride ions or sulfate ions remaining in the solution, and which will be soluble, or either soluble or which will be precipitated, so that it can be simply filtered off. Okay, so this is the process called Kalgan's process. Okay, and this compound is called Kalgan, commonly known as Kalgan. And Kalgan, when dissociated, it will become Na4P6O18 2 minus by leaving 2 Na plus ions. Okay, and that ion, this one, Na4P6O18 minus 2 minus ion, will react with the calcium or magnesium ions in the hard water, and that will, calcium or magnesium ion will get combined with this compound, with this ion, by leaving 2 Na plus ions, and those 2 Na plus ions will get combined with the remaining ions in the solution, in the water. That is next process is called ion exchange method. Okay, ion exchange method, or it is also called zeolite permutate process. Zeolite permutate is a compound called hydrated sodium aluminum silicate, okay, which is commonly represented as NaZ. Okay, NaZ, hydrated sodium aluminum silicate, is commonly represented as NaZ. Okay, and let's see what happens if this substance is mixed with water. Okay, zeolite permitite will be mixed with water, that is hydrated sodium aluminum silicate will be mixed with water. Let's see what happens if NaZ is mixed with water. When NaZ is mixed with water, ion exchange takes place. Ion exchange. When this substance is mixed with NaZ is mixed with the calcium or magnesium ions, generally we can represent it as M2 plus metals. M stands for metal, it can be magnesium or calcium, M2 plus. Now what happens? Ion exchange takes place. The metal sodium will be replaced by M2 plus. M2 plus stands for calcium 2 plus or magnesium 2 plus. And from this compound, sodium will be replaced by these ions. Okay, so what product will be formed? M. Then since the valency of this metal, magnesium or calcium is 2, that's why we have to write MZ2. MZ2 by leaving behind Na plus ions. Na plus ions will be removed from this compound. Okay, and what happens? Magnesium or calcium ions will get combined with this Z part, and the remaining sodium ion will get combined with the chloride ions or sulfite ions present in the hard water, which can be filtered off, okay, which can be separated. Is it clear? So this process is called the ion exchange method, or it is also called zeolite permitite process. And this zeolite permitite is a compound called hydrated sodium aluminum silicate, which can be commonly represented as NaZ. Okay, and when NaZ, hydrated sodium aluminum silicate, is added into the hard water, which consists of calcium or magnesium ions, sodium ion from this compound will be replaced by calcium or magnesium ions to form a compound like this. Let's take an example. NaZ, if it is calcium 2 plus, the compound will be calcium Z2 plus Na plus. Have you understood? So this is how we remove the permanent hardness of water. This is the third method we have one more.